Hi guys, welcome to another product review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Belgian T15 tank from Warlord Games. It's a resin vehicle, and my plan is firstly to talk about it briefly, about the kit itself. Then I'm going to assemble it as part of my bolt action basics video, and once it's assembled, I may very well wait and paint it and then do another segment. Actually, no, let's not. Let's have a look at it once it's assembled as part of the review, and then we'll do a final review of it once I've finished and painted it. So let's start off. It's a resin cast model. Here's the hull, very detailed, beautifully cast. There's very little to no real sort of flash or mold lines that need filing away. The tracks very nicely cast. Very little that needs changing. They're very straight, these ones. I know some people have complained about resin pieces being bowed before. Put them in some warm water, put an elastic band around it to pull the pieces in. Shouldn't have a problem after that. So, but these ones are absolutely no problems with that. The turret, very nicely done. Nice little part here, which goes into the main piece, which means you can rotate the turret, provided you don't glue it down, which I never do if I've got a turret. But you can also then put a little bit of cotton wool under for smoke coming out, and you can do all sorts with that. So yeah, very nice model. Comes with some metal pieces as well, such as the hatch, the gun turret. Looks like some suspension parts, but I'm not 100% sure what they are, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of looking at the pictures. Unfortunately, on the website there is no construction diagram, so it's going to make putting it together a little bit trickier, but there aren't a lot of pieces. A friend of mine up in I think Illinois or Wisconsin, Brian Ward, who does a lot of modeling, he put these together in no problems. So I'm hoping that means it's a pretty simple kit to put together. So that's that pretty much. They do Warlord for the first time. I've not seen them do this before, but presumably this is a new policy they're doing. They actually have a nice little bit of paper here, gives you a little bit of information about the casting process, and how to, if there are any issues, how to resolve those. It also talks about washing this in warm water with a bit of washing up liquid, because when they cast it, they put a release agent in there so that they can get these out of the molds a lot easier, and sometimes that can stick onto the model and it can cause it can affect in a negative way the paint or perhaps the gluing process. So yeah, I mean, apart from that, you know, it's a very simple bit of kit. There's 4 pieces made out of resin, and then there's probably about the same for the other metal parts. There's probably about maybe 8 metal pieces. So yeah, really nice kit. Let's go and see how easy it is to put it together. So we'll catch you in a minute. Okay guys, so we're back now over on the chair, and I have glued together my Belgian T15 tank. Now, really easy to put together. I had to drill out a little bit of the holes with my pin drill. So in the side there's a light just inside the driver's vision box thing. That turret scares me. So I had to drill that out a little bit, and also so I had to drill that hole out a little bit, and then the bit that the turret, the cannon sticks into the turret, that also needed drilling out a little bit so that it sat flush against where it should be. So those are the only 2 kind of bits that I had to work on. But apart from that, everything's gone together nicely. Turret works beautifully. And yeah, so really pleased with it so far. I'm going to prime this up and paint it this week. So more than likely I won't record the next bit that I'm going to jump to in just a second. I won't film that bit until later in the week. So although although you won't be waiting very long to see it painted, I will be taking some time. It'll be a bit longer. So, and if I get the chance, I may see if I can get some weathering powders, but I might not get the chance. I might have to do that at a later date. But anyway, so that's it. T15. Oh, and just to put one last point, not that it's of any importance to the review, but if you were interested in getting this model, but you wanted to put a tank commander in, like I am planning on doing now, then what I'm going to do is buy the French tank crew set, and there is a guy, a tank driver, tank commander with kind of a helmet on. That is almost identical to the Belgian tank commanders, and the uniforms are very similar as well. So if you wanted to get a driver, I'd go with the French tank crew set and use one of those. So that's the T15 so far. We'll see you very shortly for the painted product. See you there. Hi guys, so we're back. Now I have to apologise. As you probably noticed, I'm wearing different clothes in the beginning of this video, and yeah, it's been weeks since I filmed the start of this video. Really sorry about that. Kind of started it, built the tank, finally ended up getting it painted, and then kind of forgot that I'd even started this review, and then decided to play loads of games with it. And I have to say, I absolutely love it. The T15 has really come up as a bit of a surprise in my Belgian list. I didn't think it was going to be as good on the game table as it is. Now I found with the T15, because it has the one-man turret rule, it's better to either run or get into position, stop, and then your next turn just fire. Because if you do an advanced order, it actually means you have to take a command test to see if you can do it, because essentially the driver's trying to do two things, or the guy in it is trying to do two things at once. So yeah. Now in terms of reviewing it, it's an absolute fantastic model. It is really is impressive, and as you can see, hopefully I've put in there the French tank commander, and he looks pretty good in there. I think he does the job just nicely. Sorry about the picture, guys. Okay, so I'm very impressed with that. I went ahead, I painted it with brown violet all over. Really simple. A little bit of gunbolt metal on the actually no, it was all that colour. Bit of gunbolt metal, I guess, on the actual tracks themselves. I think yeah, I put a little bit of white on the lights, and then a little bit of blue ink after the white had dried, just to give it a sort of a glass reflective colour. I actually got some weathering powders, the Tamiya ones, and got a bit of the rust, put it on the exhaust pipe, a little bit in the kind of tracks and wheels, and on any kind of metal grate bits that was showing. Painted up the shovel, put a little bit of rust on that, put a little bit of dirt as well around kind of the bottom of I guess where mud would collect, up around the mud guards as well. And I mean, I hope you'll agree. I think it's turned out really nicely. I'm really impressed with it. It looks like a good tank. Really enjoyable to play, actually. And yeah, just generally an excellent model. Really easy to assemble. Fun to paint, easy to paint, quick to paint, and enjoyable to play with. So that's pretty much it for this review. As always, if you've liked this review, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you like this and any of the others, and you want to see more. I'm trying to get videos out more regularly. I've been doing about one a week. I wanted to get back up to perhaps my previous total, but life is busy and I forget. So do watch out for more product reviews to come. We have Warbase's Haycart. I will be doing one on that soon. I shall also be reviewing the Perry's Desert Rats very shortly, as I've started putting some together, and they are wonderful. Okay, and yeah, and until our next review, take care, and we'll see you soon.